everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're here to talk about UFC 269. This is my reaction to all the action that went down. I was dead on a couple things. I realize now that I didn't fully express my opinions to you all on the O'Malley fight. That was one fight that I wanted to cover. I wanted to cover the O'Malley fight and the main event, Poirier versus Oliveira. I wanted to cover both those. I did a pretty good job of covering Oliveira versus Poirier, I feel like, even though I was dead ass wrong on that one. But I realized I made the video about Sean O'Malley, but I never gave my opinion or thought somewhat, how this fight would go down. I guess maybe I was just thinking it was, obvious. I don't know. But my thoughts on that fight were exactly as it went. I honestly didn't think it was going to be first round. I was thinking maybe second or third. But I knew it was going to be an O'Malley knockout. I mean, come on. He just, that's what O'Malley does. He goes out there and he puts on a fucking show. And it was a full display of the Sugar Show Saturday night. He went out there and knocked that motherfucker out. That shot, man, I was watching it live on broadcast, and that shot was so fucking loud. That first initial shot that he hit him with, I was like, God. Like, it was so loud. I mean, he drilled that dude. Drilled him. That was a hard-ass hit. And for you to be able to hear that hit over all the, all the chaos and people screaming and everything going on, for you to be able to hear the power, the impact of that hit, I mean, that just tells you how hard that hit truly was. And, nothing against, dude for going down. I don't think there's a lot of people who wouldn't have took that shot. The only person I can think of offhand that would take that shot and keep coming forward would be the, the green-haired dude, Chris Munoz, or however the fuck you say his last name. That O'Malley fought last time. That tough son of a bitch. He probably would have ate that and kept coming. But, yeah, not a lot of people taking that shot. So, no disrespect to Pava. He went down like many would. But that was the Sugar Show. A lot of people probably just now jumping on board and being introduced to the Sugar Show and Sean O'Malley. There's going to be a huge hype train, continuing from here on out, because it's going to be bigger fights from here on out, so the hype's just going to get more and more real, or, could go the other way, and he could get his ass beat, and all the hype be for nothing, and, but I see the hype, growing greatly with O'Malley, and him becoming a huge star, and he's gonna surprise a lot of people. He's gonna take a lot of these legends out, I believe, a lot of these legends, and, newer guys of the sport that are dominating, like Peter Yan. And I think he beat Aljo. I think he beats them all. I really do. But anyway, that's just covering one part. The O'Malley fight was wild. It was fun to watch. Knocked him out. First round KO. Sugar Show. It is what it is. It's how it usually unfolds. Moving on. Next fight on the main card, I believe it was Cody. They put them back to back. Like I said, I think they were pushing for a fight with them. And, unfortunately, Cody fell short, and he got knocked out. Cody got knocked out in the first round. It was honestly sad. It really was. I still am, but I used to be a huge fan of Cody. I love Cody. When he first came on the scene, the battle between him and TJ, dude, it's legendary. One of the biggest rivalries of the sport. Always will be. It's great. I mean, it's made for TV, bro. Those two are just made for TV. Put them together, you're gonna get some content. They're great, and their fights was just awesome. One of my favorite all-time moments of the in UFC period is when TJ Dillashaw knocked him out, and Cody got right back up, and TJ just screaming in his face. That's one of my all-time favorite pictures. I'm actually probably gonna get that blown up pretty big somewhere and put it in here. If y'all don't know, it's got a new addition to the paintings back here. Got Khabib up there. She does them in threes. My wife, she usually tries to do them in threes. She's working on Joanna Jędrzejczyk right now. If I said that right, Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She's working on her. That one's kind of a funny one. Y'all get it. Y'all will get it when you see it. And I forget the other person she's working on, but she's working on 3 of them for me. But she had finished Khabib last night, so I just went on 3 of them up there. So I know it's not even, and it might look like shit at the moment, because some people might not even notice or care, but that shit bothers me. I like symmetry. I like, I'm a little OCD. I like everything to add up and match and look right. So that will bother me until I fill the other 2 spots beside it. But they're coming. So anyway, back to the fights. I'm probably gonna skip over the other one, the Ponzinibbio, or however you say his name. That wasn't that big of a fight for me. You know, it just is what it is. Uh, Going on to Amanda Nunes versus Juliana Pena. That honestly blew my fucking mind. It really did. I cannot believe Amanda lost. I just can't. It was. Pena is probably one of the most. I mean, I know it happens to all of Nunes' opponents, but she was like one of the most doubted people going into a fight of all time. And she went in there and she proved everybody wrong. I mean, that's a great moment for her. It's a great inspiring moment for a lot of people. I'm sure that inspired the fuck out of a lot of fighters. You know, it's inspiring. It just is. You know, she worked hard her entire life. She believed in something. She knew she was going to get there. She didn't take no for an answer. She didn't let nobody deter her from her dreams. She was going to make it. She knew what she wanted, and she was going to go after it, and she was going to get it, and she got it. And that's just, no matter how you look at it, that is commendable, and you got to respect that. So, full respect to Juliana Pena. I don't think I said anything, you know, disrespectful or anything towards her, you know, before the fight. Honestly, I don't think I even covered that fight. I should have. I should have done a little breakdown and gave my opinion beforehand, but I would have been wrong because I would have picked Amanda, as everybody did. You know, it's really wild that it's sport. It's so crazy. It's so wild that people can just go out there and just make history like that on any given night, and you'll always be remembered. She'll always be remembered for that now. Always. She etched her fucking name in stone in the legacy books of the UFC. She will always be there. She ain't going nowhere. She's the champion. I'm not saying, you know, she's going to stay the champion forever. I'm just saying, you know, no matter what, she's champion in the UFC history books now forever. So, congratulations to her. Enjoy it. As Tyrone Woodley's mama told Usman, they're going to be coming for you. So, you know, get ready. They are going to be coming for that neck, and you'll probably have to get a rematch to Nunes. And, you know, I don't think she'll... I'm not trying to disrespect Pena in any way. I'm really not, because she went out there, she did it, she made it happen. You know, full respect to her and her win. It wasn't a fluke, nothing like that. She got it, she did it. But I feel like there's something going on with Amanda. I feel like she didn't take her seriously or didn't train as hard as she should have or something. Maybe the COVID affected her. Maybe she, you know, because she had to postpone her training and stuff for this fight. I'm pretty sure. And it's due to COVID. So maybe the COVID, you know, messed with her in some way because, man, she looked tired from the very beginning of the fight. She just looked like she didn't really want to be there and like she was just worn out. And after the first grappling exchange, it was like she was fully depleted. And that was really surprising to me. I couldn't believe that while watching it. It was really shocking. The whole fight was really shocking. It was just one of those, you know, edge of your seat. Oh, shit. You know, the whole fight. That's what kind of fight that was. And it was a great fight. Respect to both ladies. I do think, though, if they do a rematch, they run a rematch, I do believe that Nunes will probably be taking her belt back. And, you know, that's no bias or nothing whatsoever. It's really not. Like I said, full respect and congratulations to Juliana Pena. She did it. She made it happen. It was her win. Don't let nobody take none of that shit away from you. You did. So, that's not, you know, I'm not taking anything away from you whatsoever. I'm just stating my opinion on the next bout. If y'all were to match up again, I think it'll go differently. And moving on to the main event. Man, was I wrong? I was wrong. Fucking Dustin Poirier, man. He didn't look good out there. He looked decent in the first round. It was kind of going how I thought it was going to. You know, they were trading back and forth. Charles started grappling sooner than I expected him to, if at all. You know, I didn't. I saw the fight going two different ways. One of those two ways, and in one way I did see some grappling, but I didn't think it would be so soon. And the other way, I didn't think they would grapple much at all. I thought they would just stand and bang the whole fight, and that's not what happened. Charles was smart. He waited. He weathered that first round. He made it out, and I think Poirier. Honestly, I think he put all of his energy in trying to get him out of there in the first round. He kind of depleted himself and his energy a little bit. So going into the next round, it just made it, you know, that much easier for Charles to, when he finally got his back, to do what he did. And to be honest with you, I think Dustin kind of worried that the end of this fight, I feel like he kind of worried it into existence. I really do. He he didn't fight what he was thinking, if that makes any sense. He was just thinking it so much that subconsciously he kind of allowed it to happen. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys at all, but I do believe in manifestation and stuff like that. You say you're gonna do something enough, you put the work in and you keep talking and speaking it, it eventually will come to you, no matter what it is. Uh, I got really into that when Conor started bursting onto the scene. A lot of people did, but like I had always thought about things like that before Conor, but I ain't gonna lie to you. It was Conor that really pushed that in my brain and showed me that shit is really true. Manifestation, and which there's plenty of other examples there are. That's just the perfect one. It's just if you got, like he said, if you can see it, and you got the courage enough to speak it, it will happen. And I truly believe that. And Dustin, he did that, but like the opposite way. He worried it so much and was saying it so much, not to let Charles get his back, and that he let him get his back. That was exactly what happened. He got his back and choked him out. I didn't expect that to happen. I really didn't. I thought Dustin would get a knockout. I thought Dustin would knock him out. Dustin's got some pretty clean boxing. Like I said, he did look good in the first round. Not the greatest, but he looked good. It looked, like it could potentially go all five, maybe. It did. It was a good fight. That's all. It's really, really all I got to say about it. I was wrong. I was dead wrong. Feel free to point that out if y'all would like. But yeah, Charles Oliveira, he did what I didn't think he would do, and he left with the belt. So congratulations to Charles on his first title defense. There's gonna be many more probably. I'll probably see him having the belt for a minute. Uh, Charles is good, man. Charles is really good. He's like the perfect mix of everything. He's got good stand up. He's got good ground game. Good clinch game, and he's good everywhere. Yeah, he's just good. Charles is good. A good fight. Then after seeing Charles doing what he's done to everybody, I believe a good fight would be him and Khabib. See, Khabib's wrestling versus Charles's jiu-jitsu. I'd love to see that. That'd be great. So, Dana, get Khabib on the phone. Bring him back for one more. I mean, who the fuck leads their record on a number like that? 29? Round that shit up to 30. Come on. Or, take the loss, which, I don't know. Charlie's pretty good. I don't know. What do y'all think about that? Who do y'all think would win on a matchup between Charles Oliveira and Khabib Nurmagomedov? Drop that down in the comments. Let me know. But other than that, man, that's really all. I watched the fights all the way from the prelims, all the way to the very last fight, and the only other fight, worth mentioning in my opinion. I mean, they were all great fights. Don't get me wrong. Fucking Tai Tuivasa, all them dudes. Like they all. I don't want to take away from anybody. I just, I got certain people I like to talk on, and I like Dominic Cruz. So I'll talk about his fight. It was on the prelims for whatever reason. I guess it was just such a stacked card that somebody had to go there. So it is what it is. It was a great fight. It was a good placement, really. In my opinion, it was the last fight before the main card. So getting everybody pumped up for that main card. Then O'Malley comes in, so it was a good placement. He finally got a ref to let him fight through some fucking adversity, and I'm so happy to see that, because there a lot of refs would have stopped that. Dom looked like he was out. I mean, man went limp and fell out, They could have stopped that, and it probably would have been okay. A lot of people probably wouldn't have, you would have heard, a little protesting, especially from Dom, but you wouldn't have heard much, man. You really wouldn't have. That could have been stopped. But the ref let him fight through it, and dude ended up winning the fight. So, that just goes to show Dom's mentality. He, Don used to be a champion. He's definitely got that championship mentality within him. He's not going to stop. He's just going to keep coming, and that's what makes him so great. Partially what makes him so great. He's a good fighter. Always has been. His career has been plagued by a lot of injuries and just bad luck, really. To be honest, that shit just happens to some people, and unfortunately, he was one of them. So took a lot of years off his career just due to injuries and stuff like that. So that really does suck. But I'm glad that he's still around, still fighting. I love seeing legends like that out there still in the octagon if they, look good and, worthy to still be out there. So I love it, man. Keep it coming, Don. Every one of y'all had some great fights. Cody, keep your fucking head up, for real. You are a champion, you know that. You'll get back up there. You'll climb the ladder. You'll get back up there one day. And if, for some reason you're feeling like you don't want to do this no more, and, you do want to hang him up, then I feel like you'd have full support behind you, man. You done some great shit. Your fight with Dominic, dude, till this day, is still one of my all-time favorite fights of all time, no doubt. Just the way he handled Dom in that fight, he made a world-class fighter look like he had no fucking business being in there whatsoever. He was literally dancing on him. He was so slick with it. That's the Cody I miss. I do. I miss that Cody. And, I'm sure he kind of misses that guy as well. And whatever he's got going on is, it's his business. And I think everybody should just stay out of it and let him figure it out. Give him some time to, figure out what he wants to do. And like I said, Cody, your real fans will be behind you no matter what you choose to do. So full respect to all you guys on UFC 269. Thank you all for going out there and fighting for us for our entertainment. It was another badass card, and I can't wait till the next one. If y'all like the content, like, subscribe, share, turn on the bell, all that stuff. Thank y'all. I'm out.